Everybody's talking all this stuff about me. Why don't they just let me live? I don't need permission, make my own decisions. That's my prerogative. They say I'm crazy. I really don't care. That's my prerogative. You're welcome. That was my intro today. And if you are on here on YouTube watching me, you can see I've got my Midnight Moxie bandana on. Yeah, baby. Today, I want to talk about the importance of your peer group, coming right off of the excitement and the energy of our fourth annual Rockstar Retreat here in Corpus Christi. We just wrapped up this past weekend. And yeah, I want to talk about a little bit about that and how leveling up your inner circle, your peer group is actually one of the best hacks for your own health and your fitness. So let's get into it. Hello, my beautiful rock star. Welcome to the show today. I'm super pumped today about our episode. Like I never am, right? Like I always am. But we just finished up Rockstar Retreat, fourth annual Rockstar Retreat, where all the women came from all over the country for our fourth annual Rockstar Retreat 2025. It was amazing. And I want to talk about the importance of our peer group. But first, I want to give you a little update about what's going on in my life. I know some of you guys are following along, and it's getting pretty lively. It's getting pretty lively. And it is. And I know you've been following me on social media, seeing what's going on. Yes, when we ourselves are aging, many times, most of us women are taking a role as a caregiver. And I feel like that's kind of been what's been going on lately with myself for my own mom. Mama's health is not doing well, and it's been quite the challenge this past week. I'm not going to minimize it. It's pretty serious. But so she has congestive heart failure. She has given me permission to share this with you. So it's not like I'm breaking any kind of HIPAA laws or anything like that. She said it's okay to share. She has congestive heart failure. And right now she's experiencing some exacerbation of that, along with some AFib, atrial fibrillation. So she's having difficulty because of this irregular heart rate and because of her congestive heart failure. She's having difficulty maintaining a, optimal, adequate amount of oxygen. So she's on continuous oxygen right now. And we have an appointment to see the cardiologist. She's stable right now. And yeah, so hopefully I'm hopeful that we're going to be able to get her back up and running and not just sitting in a chair all day, not doing much at all, so that she can, stay alive. Anyway, just a little tidbit on that. Yesterday, Country Boy and I celebrated our 9th wedding anniversary. And I don't have a whole lot to say about that, just that I am truly beyond measure, beyond thankful. There's not enough words to express how grateful and thankful I am for my Ron, my country boy. And if you're watching this, country boy, because I know sometimes you like to watch my podcast episodes, I love you. And I would say yes all over again. I love your energy. Yeah, it's a good thing. It's not always easy, right? Marriage is work. Any long-term relationship, you got to know it's work. Any journey that you want to commit to and you want it to be amazing and great, it's work. And it's not just work on one person's part, it's on both. So I'm so thankful that I have a partner in my life, a husband, a best friend, all the things. He laughs when I say that. All the things. I would say yes all over again. Thank you for being so amazing, my country boy. I love you so much. All right. Now let's get past all the gushiness and let's get into our podcast episode today. Ladies, let's get real. Ask yourself, who is in your circle, your peer group? And I'm going to bring a definition to that here in just a second. But ladies, let's talk about something that's I think this is massively underrated on your journey, your peer group. You've probably heard this. I'm sure you have. People say it's a cliche. It's actually a quote. You are the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. And that quote is from Jim Rohn. And I love that quote. And it's stuck with me. It has stuck with me for years. And it's true. And just like one of my mentors always says, cliches are a cliche for a reason because generally speaking, cliches are true. And it's true. You tend to be the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. But here's the thing. Are those people in your life lifting you up or draining you dry? And by the way, I may or may not have, I know I talk about this, so I've probably have had other episodes where I talk about the importance of our peer group and I talk about the importance of the type of people that we surround ourselves with, that we take messages from and listen to. So I feel like it doesn't matter where we are in our journey. It's good to be reminded, right? It's good to be reminded of these things, that it does matter, these people that we surround ourselves with. Can I stop for just a second here and backtrack? I want to say something here. Chrissy, I forgot to mention this because I talked about how I just celebrated my anniversary, our anniversary, me and Country Boy, for our 9 years. I think it wasn't last year, but the year before, I did an episode where I told our whole story about how Country Boy and I met and the whole, romantic love story. Chrissy, if you don't mind, put that in the show notes for somebody to link it to that episode, because if you're asking me about it, and I know some people, we have some new listeners, new followers, and so go check that out. I think it's worth listening to. I love our love story, and every time I tell it, people like it. So go check that out. Okay, back into this. I can do that if I want to. It's my prerogative. Anyways, um, let me bring this. Think about, what is your peer group? A peer group, what is a peer group? A peer group isn't just your friends or your family, okay? It's the people you allow, like I said, to speak into your life. They shape your mindset, your energy, how far you believe you can go. And if you're serious about leveling up, you need to be intentional about who's in the room with you. And when I say room, it's like figuratively speaking, right? But it's really true. So think about the people that you are mostly surrounded with or around, and how that is impacting you in your health and your fitness, or even in your life in general. If your circle isn't challenging you, encouraging you, or supporting you in your goals, then girl, it's time. It's time to level up, to upgrade the room that you're standing in. So I want to just share this one study that was in health psychology and behavioral medicine, found that people who work out with a consistent group are 42% more likely to stick to their fitness routines long term compared to those who train alone. And I'm going to toot our horn here at Rock That Fitness, because yes, you might be saying, yeah, but you guys are not actually together. No. However, Rock That Fitness community, the community of rock stars, they are together, because even though we are going to our local gym with our strength training program in hand, or we're stepping into our own home gym, we are taking our rockstar sisters with us. I know I am. And so we've got this army of rockstar women that have our back. We know they're encouraging us. We know that we can go there inside of our group and say what's going on. We can tell them whatever's going on, good, bad, the ugly, all the things. And we know that we can trust this community of women to either, encourage us or to challenge us, challenge us in our beliefs about what we're believing, about what we're doing, about the actions we're taking, and even pushing us to say, okay, that's going on. Now what? How are we going to improve on that? What's your plan going forward? This is what I'm talking about. Having that peer group that helps you stay consistent in your health and your fitness. So what happens when women come together? Well, I'll tell you what happens. High energy and implementation of the things that you want for your life. If you're seeking to live a healthy, fit lifestyle, especially ladies, those of us over the age of 40, and we want that, I cannot emphasize the importance of being in the room. And that's what we did. And I'm just gonna highlight what we did this year. If you don't know this and you're a new follower, Rock That Fitness membership, um, every year for the past 4 years, we have what's called Rockstar Retreat. And we have women from all over the country because, well, they're in the membership. And if you're in if you're in Rock That Fitness membership, we have women from all over the country, even from out of the country that are a part of Rock That Fitness. And so we have Rockstar Retreat where we come together and we really do retreat, but we also really dig deep in some issues, some things having to do and mostly having to do with mindset. But yes, we did too. So what did we do? Let me just back it up. What did we do at Rockstar Retreat this year, which has been similar to other years, but every year it just keeps getting better. And every year we have had different activities. We've had a variety of different people. We've even had a huge core group that keeps coming back every year. So that'll tell you something. But this year, we did our meet and greet on the beach. We had Lick My Stack food catering come out and give us the most amazing barbecue. Not give us, but served us the most amazing barbecue. We all hung out together, meet and greet, talked together, and we had Brookie's cookies. My daughter Brooke, she brought her amazing cookies, and this is a shout out, Brookie. I don't know if she even listens to the episode to this podcast, but man, I'm not even. I know I might be biased, but I'm telling you, those Brookie cookies are the best chocolate chip cookies I've ever had. And I'm not just saying that because she's my daughter. Like, seriously, they're hard to stop eating. They're so good, so buttery with that little bit of salt and sweetness. And oh my goodness, best cookies ever. I had to say that. So, Brookie, if you listen, thank you for doing that for us. It was amazing. We had a lot of cookies and they were so good. We did a meet and greet. And then the next day we had a workshop at the gym where we went through all of some strength moves, all the different main strength moves, compound moves, if you want to call them that. We did bench press, we did deadlifts, we did squats. What else do we do? Oh, and pull-ups. Yeah. And so Coach Abby, our head coach of Rock That Fitness, she led this and I helped, where we went through these things with all of the ladies. And there's just so much to be said for being in person and being able to coach and teach in person and show these ladies what's going on and actually see them do the movements. So we just did teaching it that morning. What else did we do? Then that morning, late that we did a break, and then I got to do a talk. And so the whole theme of this Rockstar Retreat, which each of our Rockstar Retreats have had a theme, and this year's theme was Rockstar Freedom, Elevate and Soar. And I did a talk this year on how to shatter your self-limiting beliefs and rise above all these things and actually soar in your life and in your health and in your fitness. So we did that. Lots of I don't know, got a lot of great feedback on that too. It's not that I've arrived. We're always continuing to work on ourselves. And if you know me or you've been following me for any amount of time, you know how important it is to me that we really dial in our mindset, that we really question what we believe, because what we believe really does impact all of the things that we do, all of the behaviors, all of our action, all of our life, everything. And so each year we have had a talk. I'm not going to even try to think about what they were before, but that was our talk this year. And that's been our theme of the whole Rockstar Retreat, was Rockstar Freedom. Then we spent the whole afternoon just doing whatever. Was it Friday? We did whatever we wanted. Yeah, we did whatever we wanted to do, hung out on the beach, did some things. And then Friday evening, wow, what a blast. We did some fun games out on the beach. We did some relays that were so crazy and wild. Really, really, really cool. I'm looking forward to posting some of the video and pictures and things. I haven't had a chance yet. It's just been back-to-back stuff this week. Hopefully I'll get around to it. Because I just want to share. We had a blast, so much fun. The next day we did another workshop at the gym where all the ladies went through an entire strength training program. together, helping each other with their form checks, going through the movements, making sure that they were doing proper form, asking questions in person, having myself, Coach Abby, and other rock stars that have been doing this a while. We were all helping each other, and it was really fun. Then we went to the taco stand here locally. That has turned out to be a really fun tradition here where I live locally. It's not even called taco stand, but everybody calls it the taco stand, so I'm going to call it. It's the nickname of the place, and they have authentic Mexican food, and the breakfast is amazing. And those people are so happy to have us every year. Um, Again, the ladies after that got to do the things that they wanted to do. I had a little Q&A in-person group session with everybody after that, and then free time, and then everybody got ready for the show on Saturday. Saturday, my band performed, Flying Free Band, at Executive Surf Club downtown, and that was like our big finale, and it was a blast. Music and dancing and laughing and fun and being together, and it was just so amazing. I forgot to mention that we also each morning would get up early to attempt to see the sunrise. We didn't see the sunrise the first couple of days, and it actually showed up on Sunday, the day when people were leaving. But anyway, the point of this is that nothing beats being in the room with the people that encourage you, support you, love you, and have the same, you know, aspirations for your health, your fitness, and your personal growth. Being surrounded with these women. I mean, we do this in Rock That Fitness in a community online. I mean, like, that is amazing and truly is. But then we are just next level when we come together for Rockstar Retreat. So we were up partying it up, really enjoying each other's company at Surf Club while my band played, and it was really, really fun. And then, we didn't get much sleep, but we got up the next morning out on the beach, and guess what? The sun came up on Sunday, and it was beautiful time together, saying our goodbyes and sharing our hearts for, how the weekend was and what our takeaways were. There was a lot of interaction. What I noticed with the women, um, with our Rockstar ladies, I saw so much closeness happening, a lot of women opening up and sharing with each other. And I think that in a world today where women feel like they're alone, especially after the age of 40, and where they don't feel supported, whether it be at home, in their family, or in their workplace, or wherever, let's face it, right? It's very rare that women really care and want to improve on their health and their fitness and have that support. And that's what I saw this whole weekend. That's what we always see inside of Rock That Fitness online in our group. It was life changing. That's what I can say about that. Definitely life changing. We trained together. We had deep conversations about identity and mindset, and we laughed and we cried and we shared struggles. Some of us shared some struggles that we've never even shared out loud before. And it's very freeing to do that, because you find that you're not alone and you're still loved. And we really are not alone. We're really so much more alike than we are different when it comes down to it. One of our rock stars said, I didn't even realize how isolated I had become in my journey before I became a member of Rock That Fitness. Another one said, I didn't think I could do this anymore. And now I feel like I've got an army of women behind me. And you do, rock stars. We are all behind you. And when women come together and support each other like this, that is powerful. The power. It's powerful. Ladies, we are so powerful. So to come together and bring all that power all in one place, that is truly transformational. Here's the hard truth. So many women over 40 are trying to muscle through this journey solo. I know this, and I can say I was one of them. Yeah, I was one of them too for a very long time. We think we can white knuckle ourselves through things, and I'm going to be really straight with you. Self-discipline without support will lead to burnout. And so what my point I want to make here is that we were never meant to go at it alone. And nothing, I know I say this a lot, but nothing great has ever been achieved all alone. We are all meant to have that support, to have community, to belong. And right, we are so much stronger together than we are alone. One of the studies, this is backed by science, the Journal of Social Science, researchers found that individuals who exercise with a group showed better emotional resilience and consistency in attendance than those who exercise alone. But one of the things I do want to say is that when you are a part of a community like Rock That Fitness, when you are on your alone doing your training, doing your workouts, doing your life, you know you're not alone, okay? And I'm not talking about like having a workout buddy or accountability partner, but you know what? Let's talk about that for just a second. I'm not saying that's bad, okay? However, I don't know about you, but how many times have you had a workout partner, an accountability partner, buddy, and they aren't going to go to the gym because, well, they stayed up late, they're not motivated, they're tired, whatever, and isn't it easier to just throw in the towel and not show up at the gym too because they aren't showing up? So we got to learn at some point that we need to be accountable to ourselves and have integrity in ourselves. And that's what I challenge our rockstar ladies with inside of Rock That Fitness. I mean, we really need each other, and we need community, we need support, we need the strength of one another, but we do have to level up at some point and become just trust ourselves and show up for ourselves. You got to show up for yourself, whether other people do or not. So I just feel like I have to say that because I know that sometimes people say, well, I just got to have a workout buddy. I can't work out unless I have a workout buddy. Well, what is that? Perhaps it's a self-limiting belief and we need to shift that, right? But it is good. It's nice. It's nice to have people if you can work out with somebody, great. It's wonderful. And it's great. I'll tell you right now, seeing all of the people at the gym that I see on a regular basis, they're not my accountability partner, but it sure does feel good. The energy is high, right? You see each other, you're like, hey, how's it going? And you're seeing each other regularly and like, yeah, I know. We go here. We go here. So anyways, inside Rock That Fitness, and I'm just going to keep on going on and on about it because I love what we do. I love what we stand for. And like I said, we just came off of the retreat, so I'm just blown away by all that takes place in our community and what we've done. And that's why I share this with our listeners. And also because of Rockstars, I know you're listening too. Support is not optional inside of Rock That Fitness. It is the heartbeat of our community. And it's important, right? It's important so that we can celebrate each other's milestones. We show up for each other in hard moments. And we're lovingly challenged when somebody's drifting or we haven't seen somebody in a while. And we're always challenging one another to leveling up, to becoming the better version of you each day. So whether it's our Kickstart challenge that we do, our check-ins that we do every week, or it's just the vibe inside of our community, the proof is here, and the growth that we see and that we experience is real. It's real and it's transformational. And the women that I see having the most success in Rock That Fitness are the women that are coachable, the ones that show up no matter what, that are able to say, I quote unquote blew it, which you didn't blow it, but are able to just say, like, I need help. And how can I do better? And I have questions. And they take their experiences of where they may have fumbled or what they may have done in a way that wasn't supporting their goals. And they take this and they say, how can I do this differently? They learn from it and they ask questions and they're not afraid to share. And it is scary sometimes to expose ourselves, to share this part of ourselves. But what is that, right? Deep inside, it's just that inner child trying to keep us safe, trying to protect us from something, from rejection, from these things, feeling like we're not going to be loved. But these are the things that we challenge each other with in our community. And so if you don't have a community like this, girl, and you're listening, I do want to encourage you to find that type of a community where you can feel supported and encouraged. Having that peer group is very, very, very impactful. It's where real growth is going to happen. And I'm talking about a positive peer group because there's the other side of that too, right? Which let's talk about that for a second. Let's say you are, and we're going to talk about the room here. Let's say you are the most motivated, consistent, showing up in your health and your fitness journey. And let's say there are 5 of you. And let's say you are the most motivated. You have the most knowledge, and there's 4 other people. They're not motivated. They're negative. They're not staying consistent. And this is your room that you're in. Well, what's going to happen is you are going to be brought down to that lower level of energy, that person. So what we don't want to be that person, right? We want to be in a room filled with the opposite energy, that positive energy, people who are more consistent, people that we look up to, people who are getting results. We want to be in a room like that, in a room where these people see you and they care about you and they're going to challenge you. And they're going to say, hey, where you been? What's going on? You can do better. Let's go. That's the peer group that I'm talking about. I know some people think, well, what about my friends and my family? That's great, but they're not necessarily, it depends on, do you want them to be your peer group, right? We can't pick our families, but we can pick our peer group. So think carefully about those people that are your peer group in your life. It's funny. When I think about peer group, for myself, especially right now in my life in the past several years, the peer groups that I work towards being a part of, my network grouping, my mentorships that I'm in, are people that I look up to, especially in the business world, because I'm running a business. And that's the stuff that I'm challenged with. I'm challenged with growing my business. I'm challenged with being seen and doing what is required to get the results in my business, to get the results for my clients. I have these challenges. And in order for me to grow and be better at what I do every day, it's important for me to be in the room with people who are doing it better than I am. And that's my challenge. And I do that. And that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about your health and your fitness. Are you in the room with those women that are going to challenge you and know that you have more in you and know that you were meant for more? And we were in that room, right? At Rockstar Retreat. Rockstars were in the room with those women that are challenging them to level up. We were in the room when I was giving my talk. We were in the room when we were in the gym, right? We were in the room when we were on the beach, getting all sweaty with the relay races and all of that. That was really fun. But we're in the room, figuratively speaking. It's important to be, one of my mentors likes to say something like, if you are the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room if you want to grow and you want to level up and you want to improve. So there's that. I want to kind of wrap this up about surrounding yourself with the people who make you better. And if you don't have that, I do want to challenge you to find that. So here's your challenge. Here's your challenge today. Take a hard look at who you're surrounding yourself with. Are they inspiring you? Are they supporting you in your growth? Are they calling you out? Are they calling out the strongest, healthiest, most competent version of you? If not, it's time to level up your peer group. Because slowly over time, what happens if we're in a group, our peer group, and I know this kind of sounds kind of like, oh, that's back when we were teenagers and we were swayed by a peer group. But the truth is, this continues to go on our entire life. So we can have a peer group that's not going to be there for us, wherever you are in your life and your journey. Think about the people who are in your life and if they're supporting your goals. And I'm talking about, when I say support your goals, simple example, let's just say that it's after, it's happy hour after work and everybody's going out and they ask you to join them and you go and you don't have an alcoholic beverage because maybe you're just taking a break from it, or maybe you don't want the extra calories, but they're pushing you and they're like, no, come on, they're not supporting your goals. And that's the kind of peer group. I'm not saying like don't ever be around. I'm just saying be aware of it. And we want to limit our time with those people because they're not supporting your goals. We can love them. Of course we can love them, but we just limit our time. And I feel like I've said this before, but it's a good reminder, right? So as I wrap this up, I want you to think about that. Um, and I have a few quotes here that I find that are just applicable and I want to share. Um, Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. That's by Dan Pena, I think. You can't soar with eagles if you're hanging out with turkeys. Joel Olstein. Accountability is the glue that ties commitment to results. Bob Proctor. So you don't rise alone. You rise with a team of women who are just as hungry for growth as you are. And that's what we do in Rock That Fitness. And today I am going to call you to action. We don't have an open registration happening right now for Rock That Fitness. What we're doing right now is I'm just finishing up with our 6 weeks of our Kickstart Challenge and inside of Rock That Fitness with a new group of ladies that we had onboarded inside of Rock That Fitness membership. But we will have another opportunity coming up. I'm not sure when, but if you've been putting off, or you know you need to not be alone anymore and you want to be a part of a community that will support you and love you in the no judgment zone, and help you rise up, elevate, and soar, then I want to encourage you to click that link in the show notes and get on the wait list for the next open registration for Rock That Fitness membership. And don't miss out. Okay. I don't know when the date's going to be. It's going to probably be here sooner than we think. So I just want to encourage you, if you feel like you've been going down this road, kind of doing it on your own, and you keep thinking, why can't I do that? It's my goal that you are not going to continue to suffer in silence and start over again and feel like, you're just beating yourself up because like, why can't I do this by myself? I know what I need to do. Well, guess what? You're not alone. And it's very common and human nature, especially if you're a woman over 40, you're high achieving, you tend to excel in all kinds of areas in your life, in your work, in your career, maybe you're running a business. That does not make you immune to needing support and community, especially in this area of health and fitness. So we've got to set aside our ego and say, you know what? This isn't working, and I need to be a part of this group. I mean, I'll tell you right now. At the end of Rockstar Retreat, some of the ladies were like, "I am going back, and I'm really going to be making myself first priority." Okay, making my health and my fitness a priority. I'm going to go be more engaged in the community. And so lots of life-changing things happened at Rockstar Retreat. And anyway, I hope there was something in this episode that was helpful to you, that would encourage you. As you know, I'm always here for you. If you have any questions, please feel free to send me an email at anna@rockthatfitness.com. And I appreciate you listening. Thanks for showing up. And Rockstar ladies, let's keep on rocking. And just like our theme of the Rockstar Retreat, Rockstar Freedom, we know what that means. It means like we are not entrapped anymore. We are no longer being held back by our self-limiting beliefs. We are elevating. We are being set free. We're shattering those self-limiting beliefs. We are putting in place the truth and beliefs that set us free to be more of who you're meant to be, more of what you deserve, right? You're in your health, in your fitness. So, all right. That's all I got for you. I hope you enjoyed it. And I would love if you would share this with somebody, share the episode, share the podcast with somebody you think it would help. And again, go get on the wait list for the next open registration. And I hope to see you there. So as always, what is our saying? Self-care, self-love, all day, every day, in every way. Do I have your word? Good. Let's rock.